Hi, I'm Kim Agee. I am doing this video essay for my ITM 501 class for Dr. Beard Barra. I was wanting to do a commentary on the fact if social media will change the way businesses, do the things they do. And I would say ultimately my answer is no, because the businesses will continue on the way they are. However, I do think it will influence them to make different decisions in regards to customer relations. As we've seen in recent years, if people are fed up with a company or if they have complaints about a company, they will post videos on YouTube. They will link things on Facebook. Friends share that. It can have a great impact on the company's bottom line, and it becomes a public relations fiasco, basically, with the company looking really bad. In fact, just this last week, there was a video that was posted on YouTube, and it made it to CNN and MSNBC, of a woman on Southwest Airlines who was told that she was too fat to fly, that she needed two seats, even though on the way over on her flight on Southwest Airlines, she did not need two seats. So what did she do? She took out her camera on her phone and started videotaping the guy from Southwest, apologizing to her, and posted that. And of course, she was on all the media outlets this last week, and Southwest had to issue an apology, and I'm sure they made some sort of private refund to the customer. So that's just been one of many, especially for Southwest Airlines. They were also involved in a dispute with Kevin Smith, a director of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He was also told he was too fat to fly, and he went around and publicized that on Twitter and on other media outlets. So that was also another media fiasco that happened to Southwest Airlines. And I think they're a good example of what can happen when companies don't take into consideration that regular consumers have access to millions of people nowadays, especially if something doesn't go right. Most of the time, if somebody is satisfied with the company or they have a good experience, they don't post something on YouTube singing a song about it or talking about it. They don't post things on Facebook about how wonderful a company is. They only post the negative circumstances, and that's definitely something to take into consideration when dealing with customers, when companies are dealing with their customers. So while it can influence, I don't think customers make their human resource policies based on what people are doing on social media. Another way that it can influence, like the businesses can be influenced by social media, is during their hiring process. We've all heard a lot of companies recently have taken to, excuse me, they have taken to screening job applicants or people they have interviewed. They go and check out their Facebook pages to see what kind of people they are. Some people don't think, especially college age individuals, and they'll post pictures of themselves, playing beer pong or in inappropriate, positions and circumstances. And when employers see that, they don't take the candidate seriously. So that can have ramifications for both the individual applying and the company, because they could actually be losing out on a good employee just because the employee makes bad decisions on their personal time. It's just seen as a liability to the company. So that's another way that it influences the way companies do things. As far as negative items for businesses, they have a greater potential, significant greater potential to be hurt by social media. As I mentioned earlier in this commentary, people only take action when they're upset about something. It's not going to happen if people are happy with the product. So businesses really need to consider that and maybe perhaps reverse their policies on how they want to do things given the current climate and the way that um, this technology is accessible to everyone. In a way that social media can be positive for a business, however, is the company's ability to market itself. The company would have the ability to go out to reach a huge audience. They can make a Facebook page, get people they know to like the page. The page becomes liked by thousands of people, and then it's basically free advertising because we all know that creating a Facebook profile is free, and businesses can create a profile for their own business. So that definitely helps. As well as Twitter, there can be feeds on Twitter related to businesses, especially if something can become catchy or people find it funny. That usually takes off a little more. So it would be beneficial for companies to take advantage of all the free advertising they have available to them. In a nutshell, I think that social media, while it's not fundamentally changing businesses yet, I think that it has the potential to in the future. Um, Everything's going online now. People are sharing more than they've shared before, and that includes their dealings with businesses, be it professional or a customer-based relationship. So it would be wise of businesses to take this into consideration and use it to their advantage when it comes to how they deal with customers and how they want their business to look in the eyes of customers. I guess the last example I want to leave with is somewhat of a reference, as Southwest was. Back last year, when all the credit card companies were raising their interest rates, there was a woman who received a letter from her credit card company stating that her interest rate was going to go up to maybe like 27%. And she had tried reaching the banks to talk to them about it. I think it was through Bank of America. And Bank of America didn't want to deal with her until she made a video, put it on YouTube, got on Fox News, started doing interviews. And once that went viral, then of course the company started working with her. Her interest rate was reduced and all was right in her world. So as long as instances like that keep happening, then the businesses are going to have to do what the customers want. As long as it can make them look bad, they do not want that sort of public relations liability on their hands. So in a nutshell, that is how I feel about how social media has influenced businesses. I really can't have a cut and dry answer to as far as fundamentals. I don't think it has changed business fundamentals yet, but it definitely can. So that would be my answer in a nutshell. And this is also my first time posting on YouTube or even making a video on webcam. So please be kind in your grading process. Thank you.